Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning, muy buenos días y bienvenidos todos al Sugar City Morning Show. Hoy es el 30 de julio, today is the 30th of July, and it's exactly 7:02, las 7:02. Buenos días, ¿cómo se encuentran? Ojalá y bien. Y pues muchas veces requiere de mucha paciencia, aunque no esté yendo bien las cosas, un poquito de paciencia y un poquito de fe, que la próxima vez sí va a salir bien las cosas. Compañeros, muchas gracias por el privilegio de poder entrar hasta sus hogares. Muchas gracias. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión, Canal 10, aquí en la calle San Lorenzo. Y de nuevo les agradecemos poder entrar hasta lo más íntimo de sus hogares. Muchas gracias. Por cable estamos en la red de proveedores de señal de cable que permite que nuestra señal se vea desde Corozal hasta Punta Gorda y todos los puntos entre medio. Y también por aire, un servicio completamente gratuito para la gente que vive en el norte del país. Y si no tienes cable, o si optas no tener cable, como sea el caso, no hay cable donde vives, simplemente tienes que conectar tu televisor a una antenita o dirigir tu televisor hacia la antena y vas a poder ver Canal 10. También estamos en el internet, en Facebook. Pues ¿quién no está en Facebook hoy en día? Tendríamos que estar en Facebook para la gente que quiere verlo a su conveniencia. Buenos días, las 7:03. Ya no veo bien. Y como siempre, as we always do, vamos a empezar este programa con una oración, porque es lo correcto para hacer, a mi parecer. Te pido que te unas conmigo a decir: Padre, muchas gracias por tus bendiciones, por la vida, la salud, las fuerzas, por tu paciencia, por el bienestar que nos das. Gracias, Padre, por las experiencias a través del que nos hablas. Gracias por la conciencia, tu presencia en mí. Gracias, Padre, por el código moral que nos das. Gracias, Padre, por todo. Porque tú haces todo por nuestro camino, porque nos amas intensamente. Gracias, Padre, por todo. Te pido que nos continúes bendiciendo. Te pido que nos guíes durante el curso del día de hoy y que siempre, recordando a la gente enferma, a los niños amparados, a los viejitos, a los que más lo necesitan, Padre, cuídalos, confórtalos, sánalos. Y por todos nosotros también, que podamos empezar a merecer todas tus bendiciones. Padre, te alabamos, te bendecimos y te glorificamos como nuestro Dios siempre. Amén. If you've just joined us, it's exactly 5 minutes after 7 o'clock. I beg your pardon. Welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. Now we have the general weather forecast. And this is for today, Tuesday, July 30th. And this report, generated at 6 o'clock in the morning, says that the general situation is as follows. A light northeasterly airflow supports relatively moist conditions over the area. Now, a light northeasterly airflow. That means that we have, it's not typical in July, so atypical, and that explains the little cool breeze, not cool but fresh breeze that we have. The 24-hour forecast: sunny with a few cloudy spells today and partly cloudy tonight. Showers or thunderstorms will be isolated except for a few more offshore and over the south this morning, then over inland areas this afternoon, and again mostly over the south tonight. The winds blowing from the northeast 5 to 10 knots. The sea stayed slight to light up. Temperatures along the coast, 87 degrees as a high, 80 as a low. Inland, 92 degrees Fahrenheit as a high and 74 degrees as a low. And in the hills, a very comfortable 84 degrees Fahrenheit as a high and 68 as a low. There are no advisories in place. And just quickly, let me tell you that I'm into the National Hurricane Center page. And yes, I'm seeing two big yellow blobs, but they're not coming our way. They're forecasted to be going north. None of them are hurricanes. They're just tropical waves, not even depressions. They're just waves. And one of them is exactly over Puerto Rico right now and going through through Dominican Republic and Haiti and meant to go over the Bahamas sometime very shortly. And the other one is just off the coast of Africa, but is poised to do pretty much the same thing, or maybe even a little bit more north. So none of them pose any threat to us. And that is the 2-day and the 5-day tropical weather outlook. And going back to us, like I said, there's nothing. Thank God for that. The outlook for tomorrow, Wednesday and Wednesday night is for similar weather conditions to prevail. There's a high tide this morning at 8:02, a low tide at 3:23 this afternoon, a second high tide at 9:47 tonight, and the second low tide at 2:23, but that's until tomorrow morning in the wee hours. The sun rose this morning at 5:31. I saw it. How many people can say that? And the sun is setting this evening at 6:26. The moon is setting today at 5:21, and the moon is rising tomorrow morning at 4:43. Thank you, Angelia Guy, for this information. Buenos días. Aquí les va el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy, martes 30 de julio. Como nada, estamos mañana fin de mes. Que dice que la situación general, estamos viendo afectados por un flujo de aire, algo ligero, proveniente del noreste. Ahora, no es típico esto de tener un flujo de aire del noreste, pero no es imposible, claro. Y esto está causando condiciones relativamente húmedas sobre nuestra área. Obviamente causa inestabilidad. A las 24 horas, ¿qué es lo que podemos ver? Soleado, con algunos periodos de nubosidad hoy, durante el curso del día, parcialmente nublado por la noche. Vamos a tener chubascos o tronadas, pero esas estarán aisladas, excepto en el mar abierto y sobre la porción de el sur del país hoy por la mañana. Y luego sobre las áreas del interior hoy por la tarde y también más que nada sobre el sur por la noche. Así que posiblemente hoy por la tarde existe la posibilidad de tener chubascos y tronadas aquí en el interior del país, pero no define dónde. ¿Interior dónde? Centro, norte, sur, montañas, pero no se define, pero las condiciones son propicias, sobre todo el país de Belice, para que podamos tener lluvia aquí o chubascos hoy por la tarde. Pero generalmente sobre el sur, sobre el mar, hoy por la mañana y por la noche. Los vientos del norte-noreste, 5 a 10 nudos, el estado del mar ligeramente agitado, casi inmóvil. Temperaturas por la costa 87 como una máxima, 80 como una mínima. En el interior 92 como una máxima, 74 como una mínima, y por las colinas 84 como una máxima y únicamente 68. Eso es obviamente por el vientecito del noreste. No hay ninguna advertencia en lugar, pero que sí, como dije en inglés, hay dos sistemas en el Caribe, no en el Caribe, uno en el Caribe pero ninguna de esos sistemas presenta una amenaza a Belice, porque todos están puestas para ir más al norte del país, del continente, perdón. Es más, están sobre Puerto Rico en este momento, está uno, y puesto para cruzar la República Dominicana. Simplemente es una ola tropical. Y le estamos reportando que posiblemente llegue a las Bahamas como ola tropical. No presenta muchas posibilidades de desarrollo. El otro todavía está en veremos saliendo del África, pero también está puesto para ir norte. Así que ninguno de estos sistemas presentan una amenaza, no ahora ni entre una semana. ¿Qué se espera mañana miércoles y miércoles por la noche? Condiciones similares. Una marea alta a las 8:02 hoy por la mañana, una baja a las 3:23, otra alta a las 9:47 y otra baja mañana a las 2:23. El sol salió hoy a las 5:31 y el sol se oculta hoy por la tarde a las 6:26. La luna de igual forma se oculta a las 5:21 hoy por la tarde y también sale de nuevo a las 4:53 mañana por la madrugada, temprano. Bueno, ya casi no es madrugada, ya está tantito claro a las 5:07 ya está tantito claro. Muchas gracias Angelia Guy, por este reporte y también a todo el equipo del Belize Weather Bureau. Muchas gracias. Son las 7:13. No podemos ir a pausa hasta darle gracias a nuestros patrocinadores, aquellas personas que fielmente nos apoyan con sus anuncios. Hablamos de German Vega Sons, Vega Imports, Vega Distributors. También Gillette's Meat Shop, Digi, también A&R Stores, Banquitas House of Culture, Government of Belize Information Service, Belize Tourist Board. Compañeros, hoy tenemos invitados. Hoy tenemos invitados que han venido desde la ciudad de Belice solamente para nosotros. Y vamos a esta pausa y tan pronto estamos de vuelta con ustedes, les estaremos presentando a nuestros invitados. Vamos rápidamente a esta pausa y estamos de vuelta con ustedes luego de sus anuncios.
The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopon Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the South. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. Diginet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, Diginet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by Diginet. Diginet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Franz, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Every friendly competition has a winner and a loser, a runner-up, a second best, someone that just doesn't have what it takes. Our friends know this feeling all too well. Since Digi introduced their new prepaid data plans, Digi fans have been happier than ever. While the other guys, their plans just can't even compare. Digi's new plans have the best value for your dollar. That's more data for less money, with even more options. So keep being a winner and keep living your best life with Digi.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller.
Someone come, yes, someone coming, let's go. Sa.
Who no?
Fashion question of the day, what you the letter?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there, you can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you do it too?
Oh man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the we environment.
So all of that? Well, now that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
On Wednesday, May 8th, Belizeans soundly decided to take the unfounded Guatemalan claim to the International Court of Justice, the ICJ. According to the special agreement, this is what happens next. 1. By June 8th, 2019, the government of Belize will submit the 2008 special agreement to the ICJ. Guatemala has already done so since their referendum was held in 2018. This will give the ICJ official authority to hear the dispute and to deliver a final binding result. The ICJ will then prepare a notice of when the trial will commence. 2. Next, Guatemala will have up to 1 year, that's 12 months, to submit their case to the ICJ. 3. Belize will then have up to 1 year, that's 12 months, to respond to Guatemala's submission. 4. From there, Guatemala will be given up to 6 months to reply to our arguments, and 5. Belize will then have up to 6 months thereafter to reply to Guatemala's response. 6. After the period of written arguments ends, the ICJ may allow additional pleadings, including oral arguments, and would set deadlines for those. 7. Once the timeline for arguments has ended, the ICJ will deliberate and make a ruling in accordance with the instructions and authorities granted to them by Belize and Guatemala, as per the 2008 Special Agreement. 8. After the ICJ's ruling is delivered, Belize and Guatemala will have 3 months to establish a joint commission to physically demarcate the boundaries between the two countries in accordance with the ICJ's ruling. The entire process will take no less than 4 years and can be as many as 6 years. This ICJ process will bring a final end to this long-standing Belize-Guatemala dispute. Belize and Guatemala will be able to put old divisions and antagonisms behind us and ensure that peace, development, and cooperation prevail.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 23 minutes after 7 o'clock, las 7:23. Y como siempre decimos, lo prometido es deuda. Today I have the distinct privilege of having with me on this show, immediately to my left, Miss Sandra McKay, who is the co-founder of Jankonu Productions. We're going to talk. Good morning, Miss Sandra.
Good morning.
And welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And
Good to be
also,
here.
too, to my left, I have Khalifa McKay, who is also attached to the Jankoni Productions in the sales and marketing capacity. Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome. How you guys doing?
Wonderful.
You eat the tacos yet?
Heck, not eat my tacos yet, but as I left fire, I promise you, I'm going to full up with my tacos, right? We had to get here. We had to be in Sugar City, and we're happy to be here.
Yesterday, Chicky and I had, and I'm going to be sharing this because it's like, you know, and we normally have meetings on Mondays and so forth to plan out, obviously, the content of the show for the rest of the week. But something happened we never planned for today. And I go like, Chicky, damn Chicky, yeah, we no plan for tomorrow. All of a sudden, I get a call from Miss Sandra McKay, and she says, hey, I'm going to come on the show. And I go like, sure, tomorrow.
Perfecto.
I had to share that.
Yes.
I had to share it because it was like, thank you, God.
Yes, for me too.
Sounds right in time.
Yes. So this was supposed to happen.
Jankonu Productions.
Yes.
Not the first time in Orange Rock. It's about the third time.
The third
now.
time we're in Orange
And but this time now they're going to be doing a whole new production called Frenemy.
Yes.
You know that one when eat around the table and as soon as they walk out, they talk about you. Then they're the one.
If you're not my friend, you are my enemy.
You're going to be enemy.
Enemy.
When is this going to happen, man?
It's going to happen next Saturday, August 10th, 7 p.m. at the Crystal Palace.
I'll just
And
mark this down,
yes.
guys. If you always complain about Orange Rock, don't got nothing for them.
Right.
I want to laugh, leave it. Well, now this is the
Family.
time.
Yes, laugh.
And this is
laugh.
family event.
Yes,
In other
family
words,
event.
no bad word, I think.
No bad words. No,
All right.
no bad words.
Well, I even if you got bad word, me no.
It's a comedy. It's written
Yes.
by Oliver Samuels from Jamaica.
Oh, really?
Well-known comedian, a legend in himself, in his own right. And it's fun.
Guys, this is.
Dealing-
Please share this with your friends.
He deals with
Compactalo.
he deals with some of the issues that we all face, day to day. But he's able to bring it over in a way that's very palatable and very funny.
Yes.
So you get to
Oliver,
laugh.
you laugh.
Oliver,
Yes.
you laugh. Actually, Oliver came and performed it in Belize City.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But he
3
also
sold-out
gave
nights.
us 3 sold-out nights. And he gave us the permission
Sold out?
Sold out in Belize City. And he gave us the permission to continue to play. He did the directing. Julian Ellis, my fellow co-founder of Jankona Productions, she co-directed, and he allowed us to continue to play with the Belizean cast after he left. So here we are. We were in Belmopan last Saturday night, and it was
You had a blast?
we had a blast. People really enjoyed it.
And this is
laughed
something
a
that
lot.
I've always wondered, and I not really wondered, but I know that in my involvement with plays and so forth, I actually enjoyed doing it. In other words, it's not as if I'm there nervous. Something.
Yeah. Right.
I actually, and I knew that was so confident that if I forget any word, I could just, I can repair that. I can
Right. Because you know the
without
storyline.
anybody knowing that. So it's part of it, I guess, is because you love
theater,
to do what you're doing.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And on the look of your faces, you love
We do. This is year number 17, because
year number 17.
Because we started out with the Rotary plays. So I have Rotary Club of Belize to thank for the experience we have had.
Wow. She's
Khalifa
also
and I-
Rotarian.
Yes,
guys.
I'm a Rotarian.
Okay,
And
so Rotarian friends, please come out and support. And Rotaract, please come out and support.
Absolutely. And so Rotary has been doing it as one of the primary fundraisers for the past 16 years. And we had the privilege of both helping to produce and acting in the vast majority of those productions over those years. And then last year, Jankono Productions came into being. And so we gave Rotary the play as a fundraiser. So we made zero, Rotary made all the money, and that was Cruffy Air back in April. That was written and directed by Julian, who is my fellow co-founder. And so Rotary...
And Julian is a he?
She.
A she.
Julian.
Julian.
Yeah. So we can... And
not Julian, but
no,
Julian.
Julian. So we could say Julie and make it easier. And we were happy to do that for Rotary because we know the funds go to Gift of Life and the other projects that Rotary
that's
does.
a commendable project.
Yes, and then thereafter we continued the shows, both our district and back in Belize City afterwards. So the experience has been vast and it has been fun. We count it as a de-stressor, just to be planning and acting, preparing to get on stage. So what you think of when people come and we are having this huge amount of fun on stage, people are bound to have fun in the audience.
Like Joan Rivers says, he says, but obviously she's paid to do all of this, and she makes a lot of money. She says, if I can make you laugh, if I can bring a smile on you, and if I can make 25 grand, what the hell?
I love it. I love it. But that's our objective, to have fun on stage so that the audience has fun in the audience, right? And that is what has been happening. So, Orange Walk, you have a lot to look forward to.
Will you
August
permit me
10th.
to say this in Spanish now?
Sure, please do.
Reconociendo que nuestra audiencia es bastante latina, de habla hispana, pues yo les quiero invitar a esta función. Yo sé que algunos de ustedes hablan criollo también, pero por preferencia en la casa hablan español y no hay nada malo con eso. Pero yo les quiero invitar a esta producción. Es un play, es una producción, pero hecho para que te puedas reír, te puedas desestresar, para que te puedas decir, hoy me reí a mi gusto porque me hicieron reír. Hoy puedo ir a descansar y no tengo nada en mi mente. Estoy desestresada. Este tipo de producción lo está trayendo John Kondo Productions aquí el 10 de agosto. Márcalo en Crystal Palace.
7 p.m.
Crystal Palace a las 7 de la noche. La función se llama Frenemy.
Comedy.
Es una comedia hecho para que te rías. Y
All
también
family.
otra cosa es que es un ambiente familiar.
Sí.
Es más, puedes llevar a tus hijos y puedes llevar también a tu esposo, a tus hijos, a tus hijas,
Grandmother,
a tus
abuelita, abuelo.
a tus yernos, a todos. Familia pueden ir a verlo en Crystal Palace.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. a las 7 de la noche.
Saturday, August 10th.
Ok, así que hazte una cita. Prepárate para este fin de semana, el fin de semana del 10 de agosto, porque te vas a reír a tu gusto.
Sí.
Pero antes que nos vayamos a la, before we go to the break, we'll talk a little bit more about this. This is not the first one, like I said.
No. We've been here. We did Belize Rewind earlier this year. And the Belize Rewind play, again, was extremely well received in Orange Walk. It's the story of Belize from inception to independence. So you got to see what happened even before the Battle of St. George's Caye.
The Garifunas got here, how we all became one, how the journey of independence, how we got settled
As
here.
a matter of fact, I did
for this
meet
land.
one of the members of Giancona Productions. Yes, I think because I was sitting in at the Banquita's House of Culture that day, because I'm a volunteer there.
Okay, wonderful.
I wonder if it was me, maybe.
Yeah.
Actually, he was some guy.
Wafi. Yes, he came here. He came here.
Rather muscular.
Yes, Wafi.
He's part of the cast and crew,
Yeah, he's a part of our team. And he's a dancer and a singer.
And a choreographer.
And an actor. And he choreographed all the moves in Belize Rewind.
Let's take a break. We need to take a break. It's exactly 7:32. Vamos a una pausa y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes con mucho más luego de sus anuncios. Let's take that break.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rostlands, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Rostlands.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Residents of Dangriga now have their very own brand new modernized multi-purpose complex, compliments of the government of Belize. This $3.5 million investment in the cultural capital will host sporting events, cultural events, and shows, and can double as a hurricane shelter. Features include seating for 1,000, a fully FIBA certified wooden court, locker rooms with full bathrooms, a stage and changing rooms backstage, concession stands, office space, and ample parking. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 38 minutes after 7 o'clock. Again, I'd like to do a quick presentation. Miss Sandra McKay to my left and Miss Khalifa McKay. Both of them are from Jankanu Productions. I mean, yes. That name rings a bell, and it rings a bell where you remember, hey, I got one of the productions and I laughed no help. And they're here back. They're going to be back again in Orange Walk, August 10th. Now mark this down, because typically Orange Walk people go like, we not got nothing for do. We not got a decent place. We want to go someplace, have a drink, laugh a little bit, talk fool, whatever. Well, tell you what, this is a splendid opportunity for you to be able to go with your family and laugh.
Yes, that's the
and laugh. You also be obviously promoting the arts. There are people who have this natural aptitude to make fun of everything and
still get a message across.
And sending a message across and to make you laugh. Now, at the end of the day, man, the news is already so gloomy and so
gloom and doom.
This morning,
we gotta lighten up.
News.
6, 7 people dead, 8 people dead, one more who dead now. I mean, aren't you tired of it? We need to take a break.
That's right.
Jankanu Productions coming to town, Orange Walk town, with a frenemy.
Frenemy.
Give me a little bit of something there about frenemy.
Well, frenemy, like I said, it's so intriguing. Oliver Samuels from Jamaica, well-known comedian. He wrote it and he directed it. And Oliver really took the twists and turns of issues that we face in life. He said that he actually experienced this first-hand frenemy situation where a friend of his really had let him down, proven not to really be a true friend, and that is what inspired him to just write this storyline, but to add consistent humor throughout hearing about the story. So there's a lot of twists and turns in the relationships that are unfolding on stage. Just when you think something is going one way in a relationship, you see another twist, you see another turn. It is so interesting and it is so hilarious at the same time.
I understand that Oliver is not, well, he doesn't live here, but
he lives in Jamaica.
He lives in Jamaica.
Yes.
But certain situations, I'm thinking of similarities of of life in cultures in Jamaica and Belize.
True, very. I mean, we are so
going through the
very
same
similar.
things.
There's nothing different. When you look at it, you'll be able to recognize some of those situations
I was
that
in
you see on
Jamaica in
stage.
Kingston in an area, and I thought I was right smack in Belize.
Yeah, I mean, even our food. So much of the food, they call it rice and peas, we call it rice and beans, you know, what do the stew chicken thing. And
So there's a lot of
there's so many
similarity with the content of the cultures.
And so even as you see Frenemy unfolding, there's nothing different happening. It's the same thing happening in relationships, in families, in friendships, the neighborhood, whatever it is. And so you'll be able to recognize some of those stories, whether personally or otherwise, and at the same time you'll be able to laugh the way he...
How big is the crew, is the cast?
Four.
Very small
Okay,
crew.
very
Can you imagine a 4-man crew just taking the stage by storm? Because
the best of the best.
Yeah, there's non-stop laughter. So Oliver is not in the one that we're taking to the districts, but he's well represented in that 4-man cast.
Can I book my name down for Frenemy?
Absolutely. I'd be disappointed if you didn't. Let's do that right away. It's a whole lot of fun from start to finish.
I want to invite you guys to please make it a point to go, because this is good. This is you're supporting the arts.
Yes.
You were. I mean, I will mention again as if it's a scratch record, because we like to say, we not got thing for do. And I mean, I view with envy and jealousy, me baba drama when I hear about how we are having you're having those plays in Belize City, and I said, but I wish I could just be there and just take a little 5-minute drive to the Bliss or wherever, and I'm de-stressed. I'm just laugh to my heart's content. But
we bring it to you here in Orange Walk now.
Thank you very much.
To be left out.
So you pull it out of my mouth. Now you know how we're gonna Belize City. The place is gonna be here in Orange Walk.
And we only have a limited schedule of where we go. We don't go to we don't get to go to all the districts, unfortunately. So we want people from Corozal, people from Progreso to come
People
down.
from Corozal, you can come to Orange Walk.
Yes. Exactly.
Send the message because hey, we're live across the country. So
Exactly.
And what we what we do want to say too is that as Jankono Productions, we want to be very inclusive, and we are looking always for persons who may want to join the Jankono Productions team, because we're looking for actors, singers, dancers, whatever your talent is. Give us a call, 615-4282 or 610-4282. We're always seeking to expand, because we've promised Belize when we started last year, 4 productions each year.
4. No,
That's
this is what,
a
For
lot
quality
of work.
productions.
This is
the
our third. And so we have one more to bring before the year is through. It's a lot of work. And so we need persons
support.
to support, and we want to look at people who want to be on stage and speak with them to see how we
previously,
can.
what is a commendable issue is that they gave one of the shows to Rotary.
Yes.
And for the gift of life. Now, if people don't know what gift of life is, gift of life is you're actually giving the gift of life to somebody. In other words, some kids that are born with congenital heart diseases where they need that quick operation or else they're going to die or something like that. Rotary takes them over. Rotary sends them to St. Louis or wherever it is that they get an operation. And with their families, and when they come back, hey, they have literally the gift of life given to them, because what would seem impossible in the past, now it's a bright future for those people. So, and I'm sure that you like to hear those things, because they're good stuff. It's good stuff to work for.
Right. And so you'll be a part of that, being a part of our team, because we've committed to help Rotary continuously with a play each year.
So support them so that they can continue supporting other organizations. So, yo les invito de nuevo, el 10 de agosto, no lo falten, márquenlo. Ve a tu calendario y márcalo ahí, 10 de agosto. Crystal Palace Theater, Crystal Palace Auditorium, ¿cómo se llama el lugar, bendito lugar?
7 p.m.
A las 7 de la noche, para la producción de Frenemy. Te vas a reír. Por favor, consigue tu familia. Y where can I get tickets?
And tickets will be available at Shell, One Stop,
Shell One Stop, anótalo.
And then Ina will also have.
Okay, ahí en Home and Garden también con mi hermana. Así que anótalo. Yo voy a estar, I'm going to be doing something. And every day I'm going to put it on.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Así que I want to say, Sandra and Khalifa, thank you very much.
Thank you for having us. We've enjoyed being here.
Please, us, the audience, we want to ask you to follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, YouTube, and our website, Jankono Productions.
Jankono Productions, okay. And final long lost, please support them. We'll take a break and we'll be right back with you saying goodbye to our guests, and we'll be right back with a lot more. Don't go away.
To go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters, Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico. The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopon Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a Kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 7:52. Las 7:52. Por favor, únanse conmigo. Please join me in saying good morning and welcome to our good friend, Mr. Robert Checky Usher.
Morning, Mr. Martinez.
Morning. Well, I don't know how good the morning is with you, but I already have, my morning is pretty much made.
Yeah,
I already have 2 tickets for the Jankone Productions Frenemy at the Crystal Palace on the 10th of August. This is like my birthday gift to me, from me to me.
Yeah, well, they said, you remember a song way back? We say, one for you, one for me. I mean, look, and just done and see you put your hands up. Put my hands up, see you drink.
I'll show you in my pocket, yes.
I say, what?
Yes.
You dangerous. But it's a lovely morning, Pa. It's Tuesday, and today we're here on the Sugar City Morning Show. But it is a deep regret that we announce the untimely passing of Mr. Ronald Norman Sutherland, better known as Baby, that lives on Liberty Avenue. He is the husband of Miss Marcel Sutherland. They live on Liberty Avenue, right beside beside Alvin Tillett, by Rick Castillo in that area. You know, this gentleman used to call here and tell us about, you will recall the conversation when he goes to the hospital to take his pressure, and they tell her you have to wait outside for 2 hours, and when they go in, the pressure is so high, and they say it's not emergency, and used to go back home, they not attend to him, but untimely death passed, and we want to send out our condolences to Mrs. Marcel Sutherland.
I saw this morning, I think I saw this morning when I was passing, around 6:15, the body was being put in, if I'm not mistaken, into the morgue. But I may be mistaken, but I am not the kind of person to shout out, especially during a situation like this. By the who dead, you know, I would prefer to do that in a different occasion, but under different circumstances. But our condolences to the family, our condolences to the friends, because it's not only family but it's friends who feel it.
He was a very strong supporter of the United Democratic Party with the entire family as well.
And more so, yes. So our condolences on behalf of everybody here at Channel 10.
Yeah.
I always like to give a little bit of something there, but it always ends up being one thing. Always ends up being one thing. There's nothing I can see that's going to change the way you feel about it. It's just time and God's grace that's going to help you. Believe me. Time and God's grace. And God's grace before the time.
Yeah.
So hey, cling on to your faith. Just remember that. And something very important is that we like to say, solo Dios sabe lo que hace. Only God knows what he does. But tell you what, God knows what he does all the time. Not only when somebody dead. We can't be picky as to when we choose to say, God knows what he do. Because God knows what he does all the time. He knows why you drop, why you get up. He knows everything. because he loves you, and he does everything for your benefit. Okay? Por tu camino. So, hey, cling on to the faith that God knows why he did it, and because he loves you, everything is going to be okay. Believe me, everything's going to be okay.
And also, Emmanuel, on behalf of my family, I would like to announce here to persons in Orange Walk, especially friends that worked at BSI from way back, after the passing of Mr. Lindbergh Wade Sr., better known as Bulla or as Kite. That's the person that we knew growing up with our mom as our father. I have my biological father, but he's the person that we knew as our dad when we grew up with our mom.
My condolences to you.
And, he passed away yesterday. He was sick for some time. He resided in Biscayne Village after my mom died many years ago. And my sisters were taking care of him. And he passed away yesterday evening, a little before 3 o'clock at the KHMH. He was suffering for some time, and he used to work at the stores here at BSI way back. He used to be a very good cricket player. He used to play with the BSI team. You remember way back the BSI team used to go to Mexico and play cricket? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they used to go to Mexico and they used to be victorious. And they know him as Kite as well because him a light, so they used to call him Kite. you're like you go fly one kite. Mm-hmm. But so just want the family and friends in this area to know that he has passed away, Mr. Lindbergh Wade Sr. He's survived by, his daughters, my sister, and one son that is in Los Angeles, California.
So your mother had kids with it?
Yeah. Better known as Tuacha. He's the original drummer for Youth Connection Band. You remember the Smalley boy I used to play the drum one time when he come up? Way back when he used to play for Rotaract and sort of Tropical Theatre. Yeah. So that's his son. He's junior. He's in Los Angeles. But that's another case that I will have to be dealing with because I'm not sure if he will be able to make it. He was here in Easter time. So I'll have to deal with that on a personal basis, no? But, we just want everyone to know, and, I want to say to my sisters because they are taking it very hard, my little sisters, I said that, when my mom died, Emmanuel, I said that it's better for her to die because she was punishing. But I say that I take that back, and I'm saying, well, I'm glad that person is not punishing again. Mm-hmm. I don't believe that it's good to say better him dead. Mm-hmm. So I took that back, and I told my sisters I took that back, my little sisters there. So I say, well, it's good that he's not punishing again, and he's in a better
Well, I had a
place.
similar situation with my father, and even with my mother. Both of them who died cancer patients, and my aunt and my other aunt, and well, it seems to be the story of my family, cancer. But I saw my father go down from being a super active man. My father.
Superhero.
Super active man. He in the run basketball court with the referee. He in the run behind Haas. He two panak in Eddie Martinez de out there. Two panak Eddie Martinez de out there.
Yeah.
He support baseball, volleyball, football.
Yeah.
All of those things. And then all of a sudden he's told, hey, Mr. Martinez, you have cancer. Yeah. You can't walk anymore, you this and the other. But after a while, he was in pain. And I used to hate seeing him in pain.
Yeah.
I used to hate seeing my mother in pain. Unable to talk.
It hurts.
You just see the tears coming down their eyes, and they want to tell you something, but they can't.
Yeah, true.
And I go like, good Lord, have mercy on them.
Yeah.
So, well, God knows what he does, so, always. So I'd like to take this time out to express my sincere condolences to the family, to you and to the family. And tell you, I always tell people, have faith. Cling on to your faith, because that's the only thing that can help you. That and time.
Yeah, well, Pa, I look at things positive, right? I try to look at things positive all the time. But, I'm cool. I'm more concerned about one of my little sister because she has pressure. And, I was talking to her and tell her the same thing, just put in your mind that he's not suffering again. And if you are too...
And he's in a better place. And that's what actually, I always mentioned it. And you have to believe it. Not just say it.
Yeah, you have to believe it.
You have to believe it, because if you don't believe it, then...
It keeps on hurting.
Yes.
Yeah.
It keeps on hurting. What made me feel better was I said, God, you've taken my mother.
Yeah.
Now she's not with me, but she's with you. Why should I be sad?
Yeah.
When she has met her maker. That's what she wanted to do. She has met her maker. So, hey, you there with God's glory, and I still right here to punish. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Emmanuel, at some of these funerals, when even I know your family members, at some of these funerals, with the preacher, the priest, or whoever does the deliverance, sometimes the way those people handle those ceremonies, it make you feel at ease as well. When you go to church and Father pray this way and so on, explain that there's a better place, and if you want to be better, if you want to see that person one of these days, follow his or her foot because they were a member of the church and things like that. It make you feel at ease. But as soon as we get information, 3 o'clock today, the family is supposed to meet, and then as soon as we get those information, then we'll be, we will be announcing it right here on the radio. But Emmanuel, yesterday we spoke about the last leg of the village council elections, and that was held in the Cayo district, where the United Democratic Party won 3 out of 5. And I understand the one that they won big was in Bullet Tree, that was held by the opposition. And that's the era for Omar Figueroa. And that one was won by United Democratic Party. They also won
it's
Ontario.
Not a small village,
No.
because I tell you that I used to live in
Bullet
in Pasto Falls.
Yeah.
That's where I used to live.
Yeah, Pasto Falls. Then they also won Santa Familia and Ontario. But now, there was some figures coming out from the opposition. But now there's an official release from the United Democratic Party, and we are pleased to share that with you.
United Democratic Party continues winning ways in 2019 village council elections. Now I'm going to tell you that we've seen on Facebook contradictory information, that even John being on the podium and claiming victory for winning the majority, and the same way the United Democratic Party is doing pretty much the same thing. So after 6 weeks of village council elections, the United Democratic Party has captured an impressive majority of 629 village council seats, including 86 chairmanships. We congratulate all newly elected village leaders and encourage them to work closely with central government so that together we can continue to build beliefs and improve lives. In their usual haste to claim more fast victory that includes seats won by independent candidates, if you understand that.
Okay, so the margin.
Okay. Yeah, the opposition, because it's a tacit way of accepting that the independent was just another PUP.
So the independent is opposition as well, but they are not of that big opposition.
Yeah, but they're being funded by, in most cases, they're being funded by the PUP, but the PUP has included them in their numbers.
So then they claim that then.
Mm-hmm. Of the opposition, he says in the usual haste to claim more false victories that include seats won by independent candidates, the opposition reported incorrect statistics. Elections were conducted in 189 villages. 189 villages for a total of 1,323 seats being contested. The final tally shows that the UDP won the majority of 629 seats as compared to 625 seats, a difference of 4.
But one makes the magic number. No?
Won by the opposition. Thank you very much. Yeah. If you win by half, you still win.
Yeah, still win.
The desperate tactics and massive spending by the opposition to try to overturn the dismal losing streak since 2003 was in vain. The message derived from the results of village council elections 2019 is that the United Democratic Party remains stronger than ever and continues to enjoy the support of the rural population. 629 compared to 625. The United Democratic Party expressed sincere gratitude to all voters who participated in the elections and looks forward to working together to continue bringing meaningful development to the entire nation. And now, we're going to look at the numbers now. We're going to look at the numbers now. In round one, the first week, the UDP won 16 chairmanships, and the PUP won 14, and the independent won 4. Okay? 16 and 4, 14 and 4, 34. That was a total number. So chair, 34. And when it comes to members, the UDP won 108 members, the PUP won 77, and independent won 19.
That's week one?
That's week one.
Okay.
In week number 2, the UDP won 24 chairmanships and the PUP won 20. The independent won 19. And when it comes to the members, when it comes to members, the UDP won 154, the PUP won 109, and independent 13. Now, this is broken down in such a way that you can easily and clearly see that the UDP has been winning the majority. All right? Now, week number 3, UDP 19, PUP, they won that week 21 chairmanships.
Okay.
There's no reason to hide that information.
That's week 3, third week?
The third week.
Okay.
21
to 19?
And independent 3. And that week the UDP gave one licking and a half. We only won 104 members, and the PUP won 140 members.
That's by far.
And independent won 14. So we got a licking in the
by
third
40?
week.
By 40?
Okay.
By 40
Week
compared
number
to the
4, the UDP won 12. The PUP won 22 chairmanships, a difference of 10. Again, we got one licking that week. Okay?
Members?
And one independent. And when it comes to members, UDP got 82, the PUP won 22, and independent 6. Okay.
So the chairmanship?
In week number 5, chairmanship, we pretty much evened out. 12 UDP, 13 PUP.
What?
And in terms of members, 79 UDP and 71 PUP. 6 independent, 1 plus 1. Week number 6, 3 UDPs, 2 PUPs, 16 members and 14 members. So a total of 189 chairs, 134 members, and 1323 total, of which the United Democratic Party won 629. A slight majority of all the seats available. So, ¿quién ganó finalmente? The UDP won by 4 seats.
Yep. When you look
That's
at
the official report.
Yeah, so when you look at this sky on North Emmanuel, when you look at those villages like Bullet Tree and Santa Familia, that shows that that's a very secure area when it comes to the Honorable Omar Figueroa. Because even with the
But
last...
surprisingly, in the referendum, and although it's not supposed to be used as a marker for anything, but apparently he didn't do his job for the referendum unit or whatever, or I don't understand why, but we lost that division.
Yeah, but then you see some representative like what the Honorable Erwin Concheras says that represents Kaya West, that he's going to leave it up to the people. He knows it's a sticky situation because it's the border town.
I understand.
So he just said, okay, uno go out and vote. Ustedes van a ir a votar como piensa como quiere. But you see, we could say that probably the Honorable Omar Figueroa never do much work in there for the referendum. But for the big election, he will not be sitting down.
Oh, yes.
All right?
Oh, yes.
And that village there, Bullet Tree, he get it back now, so it's going to be a bigger win for him.
That's exactly right. So, I'm going to take that. That's beautiful country, you know.
Yes, yes.
I love that area, that Bullet Tree Falls area. Love it, love it, love it. I mean, the falls and waking up in the morning with beautiful, cool mornings and, love it.
Yeah. And when it comes here in the north, Emmanuel, we were not doing so good in Orange
We were
Walk.
doing terrible, to be honest with you.
But in Corozal, I understand that the Honorable Hugo Pat did.
He did extremely well.
And also the standard bearer, Mr. Herrera.
Herrera did extremely well.
He did well as well. And even in the Dr. Campos area,
Dr. Campos area did extremely
they did well. So Corozal came in well. But you see,
Castro did exceedingly well.
Yeah, as usual, no?
As usual.
Yeah, you see, when I spoke to one of the person that works close with him, and he was saying that San Hill has always won for the PUP.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that the standard bearer lives in San Hill as well for the PUP, no?
Mm-hmm.
So that was more or less expected. But
San Hill not as big as people think.
Yeah. And then Cookie Tree went independent.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So those are two villages where you look upon a little differently. In Burrell Boom, they had a split, so you can't say this is for that one and that one and for that one. So I believe if the Honorable Edmund Clay de Lancaster continues with his work, then that is going to be a sure seat once again for the United Democratic Party.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, I'll be honest with you. We've had him on the show a number of times.
Yeah.
He is so approachable. He's not funny.
I know.
He you could call him boy and all.
Yeah.
You know that way? Yeah. He's approachable. And he doesn't pretend to be anything he's not. You know?
Yeah, but
a likable person.
Yeah, we know that the leadership convention will be coming up for United Democratic Party, Emmanuel, and we know that many members of the party are concentrating on that to see who they will be convincing their delegates to select for the new party leader. But here in the north, we need strong concentration when it comes to especially Orange Walk North. Well, you could probably look past the 4 divisions because look like what happened in Orange Walk South. The UDP not even one. I think they must have one seat in Orange Walk South. In Orange Walk East, the only one that the UDP stayed with was the one in Tower Hill that was not contested, no?
And we also won one seat in Carmelita, which is a shame.
And the UDP won in San Esteban, which is the only village in Central, no? But in North, we never do so good. And right now,
we did terrible in North.
Right now, people they ask who that the standard bearer, who that the person want to hold up this train, who that the one figure talk to the UDPs and get them encouraged to come out and vote and to support their party in the
There is
2020.
only one standard bearer, and that is Dr. Homero Novella.
Yeah, there is one standard bearer, and he's duly elected, and we need to respect that. But then I feel like it needs to come out clear, and because people listen to rumors and hear, pero nos dijo que esta persona va a correr y el doctor se van a quitar el doctor and this and that, but you can speculate, but you cannot base on that if that is not happening.
Yo en esos cuentos no me meto, simplemente porque es problemático. Y
that is bigger than me and you can discuss.
Exactly. That's beyond us. Pero al final del día no debe de suceder esto. Al final del día debemos estar detrás todos bajo de un standard bearer, un abanderado, que es el Dr. Romero Novella.
Yeah, I think the party needs to get together and have the chairman come to Orange Walk and do something to repair. Because I cannot say for him to make it official because it's already official that Mr. Homero Novella is the standard bearer. But to repair and make people understand, hey, this is what is happening, this is the standard bearer, and this is the person that will take us into the general election.
Exactly so. Well, it's exactly 8:15, and we'll take a break now. It's exactly las 8:15. Vamos a una pausa a este momento y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes con mucho más luego de este anuncio.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. A nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, DigiNet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by DigiNet. DigiNet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Runs, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Every friendly competition has a winner and a loser. A runner-up, a second best, someone that just doesn't have what it takes. Our friends know this feeling all too well. Since Digi introduced their new prepaid data plans, Digi fans have been happier than ever. While the other guys, their plans just can't even compare. Digi's new plans have the best value for your dollar. That's more data for less money, with even more options. So keep being a winner and keep living your best life with Digi.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a
Someone come, yes, someone coming, let's go. Sir. Fashion question of the day, why you the letter?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there, you can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you do it too?
Oh man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the we environment.
So all of that? Well, now that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast It is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. What a beautiful morning, what a beautiful day. It's 21 minutes now. It's 21 minutes after 8 o'clock. Today is Tuesday, folks, and we're here browsing through this morning. And we got a rather note here of some good news. I believe it's good news for many people because now traveling to Chetumal, you will have the option of traveling at 2 different bridges at your decision, at your disposal, because the next bridge that we used to travel through, reports are saying that as of Monday, July 29th, which was yesterday, and after 4 years of waiting, the passage of vehicular traffic through the custom bridge at Subteniente Lopez was reopened in both directions since previously entering to Mexico via the old bridge was closed.
No, the important thing is that this is vehicular passage will be open for 24 hours a day, in other words, non-stop, improving the commercial activity of merchants and locals in the area. Well, obviously we know that when the new bridge was open, all of a sudden, Subteniente Lopez, with all its supermarkets and all its bars and everything, was a ghost town. Because nobody stopped in there anymore, potting.
Yeah.
You know? All the little places that used to sell refrescos and tamales and cervezas and everything on the side of the road,
gone down.
Poof, gone down. It was a veritable ghost town.
We took a ride through there one day.
Yes. We went there, Miachek, you know how we fast. And we went there and we go like, but no hay nada sucediendo en Subteniente Lopez. So we went back up the road, took the tram and all the way up, back into the new bridge. And now we view with surprise, but it's good because you could actually cross anyway now.
Yeah, so like right now, presently, what is happening, like how they don't accept this 50 pesos again. We used to go and pay 50 pesos and go through. They used to call it espresso, but it's something, they never something too legal. They just give a piece of paper and go. But right now, everybody have to catch the line and stamp your passport, you know. And sometimes you spend 1 hour in that line, sometimes you spend 20 minutes, sometimes you spend 2 hours. So now that load will be shared now, because some going one way and the other going the other way.
Exactly.
So it'll be much easier for in and out now. But that doesn't mean that still need your documents, you still need the relevant documentation.
That's right.
It's just that it's open now and you could use anyone you want.
You can use anyone you want. At the end of the day, that's a plus for Belizeans and also a plus for Mexicans. They could come out any way they want. But I'll be honest with you. For me, it's good. You got a free zone. You want to take a quick jump, just over.
Yeah, and that even mess up some business that was on the area, because they have this gentleman that has his little cafeteria there, and the man business gone down big time because nobody never traversed that area. And even on the Mexican side, people used to come out there with them big cat and a big bat pan full of tamales and so. When I left at your tamale, I stop, I make go buy a tamales, so you're going to extra pesos, make go to Super Santa Elena tenda and buy a chips or a snack or so, white grass. You say, man, I don't want to go way back here now because it's too far, but I buy it right at Santa Elena. Then sometimes I stop and buy a leap or your brujo. But that never happened. So that's good news.
Good news, good news. Hey, they reopened the bridge, the old bridge. So I guess that the bridge was being repaired.
Yeah.
And what so they say? The bridge is being repaired, and I know typically what happens is that it's not a crossing that requires two bridges. You know, we don't have that many people crossing over and wanting to cross over into the Mexican territory on a daily basis. One bridge was just right. But you see, it's internal politics in Mexico that made that decision. Internal politics in Mexico. The people of Subteniente Lopez made a ball that they don't get anything out of the Belizean economy anymore. And that there was a time. And yes, and apparently they voiced their concern all the way to the senator, and the senator has approached the president of the Republic of Mexico, and he has authorized that to happen. So, hey, good news for Belize, good news for all of us that we could go to Subteniente Lopez and we could come back to Belize, buy with the chips and come back. If only that.
Yeah, persons in Subteniente Lopez must be happy.
Yes.
They must be happy.
I'm not telling you that it's going to be all of a sudden like before, but for the moment, let's take advantage of it and let's be thankful for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's hope that that the era where they do the the fumigation of your vehicle will be close, that you don't have to go all the way around to get it done.
And it says very clearly, I just want to clear up something right here.
Yeah, this was I think you are looking at the part that says that, and this is a commitment made by the President of the Republic, Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, of which was managed by the Senator of the Republic, Jose Luis Pech Vargas.
What I was looking at was to see if there was going to be any provisions for cargo, any exceptions for cargo. In other words, a cargo is only going to be dealt with at one section, or maybe this is only for passengers. We don't know yet. We don't know what are the conditions of the reopening of the bridge. So at the end of the day, I do believe personally that cargo will still have to go through the new bridge, but regular vehicular passage, traffic, carros, camionetas, etc. Will be using the bridge. Big trucks, no. I guess they'll have to go through the new bridge. Just a little something there that we need to clear up. And mind you, I'm not telling you that this is so. I'm believing this is so. But I will check up on that as soon as today, and will call you up within a day.
Improving commercial activities for merchants and locals in the area, no?
But I'll have to call Rosanda and ask her about it. Miss Rosanda Queenie, that's a the agent.
Oh yeah, then got the business up that side, no? A lot of people access their service as well. But Emmanuel, we saw this situation in Danriga of this man that allegedly murdered his ex-common law husband. I say alleged because he's not proven guilty as yet, no? But speculations is on him. It's funny how the story goes, because I was...
Common law wife.
Huh?
He murdered common law wife.
It was saying that this man, don't left this lady, and she lived with somebody else, according to some of the persons that was interviewed. No, he lived with somebody else, and he still they go harass this lady. One day, he gonna a lady tell her, hey, this finished. I hear me got machete or knife or something, and lady tell her, hey, this finished, man, this finished. We done. You know, and he gone, and he come back, and we understand that he killed the lady, and he's on the run.
Oh my God.
You know, a very serious thing will happen. If you know you the end of a relationship, take it like a man or like a woman, as a human being, and say, you know what? I got to move on, man. Feelings are very strong. But do I do this and live with that for the rest of my life and live in jail as well?
I don't know. They say that love makes you do all sorts of stupid things.
But let's look at the positive things.
But I'll be honest with you. Maybe I thank God I have never really been in love, because maybe I would have done those stupid things.
No, man.
But because you never know.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you. I've seen people in love and they don't do all sorts of stupid things. In other words, I know. I always like to say that our ego is killing us. Our ego is our biggest problem. Nuestro ego, nuestro orgullo. You can't make this person get away from you because you don't want to have to deal with the shame of saying, you are young,
you got an next man.
Got an next man, and I left you. You can't take that. Emotionally, you can't take that. Okay? All right? Or either your ego is way too big for make you accept that for yourself. Okay? So you plan all sorts of things for try to kill the person, kill the man, kill the sweetheart, and so forth. But you don't realize that you're putting yourself into trouble. That's my point. That as long as you do so bad, that means your ASS going back to jail.
Yeah, you're gone.
You're gone. So what sense does it make for me to kill that person for any reason at all? Or for no reason at all, whatever it may be.
And that's part of the 10 Commandments as well.
Huh? And then have to live the rest of my life in jail?
And not only in jail, but live with that on your mind.
In your conscience? Might as well I forget you.
Go have a...
Go gone yet?
But this person really selfish too, because according to one of the family members that spoke, he lived with somebody else too. So you want to live with somebody else, so you want got it all? It has to be only your way. You live with somebody else, and because they want to move on to somebody.
Typical ego. That's the ego of Batista.
Batista broke my back.
Typical ego. And a lot of people must be wondering, why are these men talking about ego? And ego is what keeps us, what brings me down and what carry up.
Yeah, but it's very sad, man.
It's sad.
Crucial, you know. Also, after the accident that happened on the road 6 miles out of Belize City, that was a really terrible accident, Emmanuel. I saw that car.
4 bodies.
Yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Four bodies. You know.
Another thing I want to comment on is I saw the picture of the 4 bodies in a pickup truck. For God's sake, police department, you can't do better than that? You mean to tell me that you don't have bags to put in those people?
When they move on those two scenes, they're supposed to got their body bags, yes?
You need to have body bags, man. Put some respect for the dead. I mean, really, it looked terrible. It looked bad. There was a time when a ministry police beneath by the bags, they hurry around and my sister go back get some. Or they hurry around some places go get some. After a while, they stopped calling in, and I guess they must have said, we don't need nobody bags. But hey,
they should
you
have those on
need
hand.
body bags. How you and just pile up 4 dead people in one pickup truck, come out like if they were cattle? You can't do that. You shouldn't do that. One pat up on the other one. I mean, really? Did you see that?
Yeah.
You see that picture on on Facebook? That was a disgrace.
Yeah, I'd feel bad if I say not only that, but an accident, and one of my family members that right there so, and I'd watch the news and I'd see them just dash out the ground like that.
Como peor no se están tratando. Eso está mal, and I'm throwing it at the police department. Please do whatever is necessary to change that. Buy your body bags. Buy your body bags and have them available, so whenever you have scenes of crime, whenever you have that kind of thing, you always have bags, or you can have people to call you in and tell them bring so much bags. I know they're expensive, they're not cheap, but hey, that's the least that you can do for that person who's on the floor dead. The least. I mean, really.
How it works in the States, pa? It's the 911 emergency that carry those body bags, or it's from the police departments? Because when you see them picking up person, you see them put them on, even on stretchers. Even if
well, all the police department and all the medical facilities and everybody is fitted out with body bags, and the police not really. It's those people who pick up the dead people. Okay. It's not police who pick up the dead people. It's the medical facilities, and they come equipped with body bags.
Yeah. Because
and also the carriers.
Yeah, the carriers.
Sorry.
Yeah, we not got that yet. But at least the body bags, we must go afford that, man.
Honest to God, we must afford that. We must, and that's supposed to be an expense, because I'm not going to charge the people there, oh, you owe me $100 for the body bag. I suppose the person don't got it.
Yeah. But Emmanuel, we have to send out our condolences to the families, man, of these young men.
How many people died now?
4. And I think the oldest one was about 23. You know, which is sad, you know. It's very sad what happened, but nobody know what's going on, man. Nobody know what's going on. But the thing is that 4 person died, though. 1 person survived, you know, because it was 5 of them in the vehicle. So 1 person survived.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1 person survived. I understand they were coming from Moscow. They were somewhere in Moscow and they were coming from Moscow, and that's when it happened. But condolences goes out to the family, and we want to ask those young people to be careful when you're driving, man, because I don't want to say that they made it over speed, but for make one vehicle broke up, it must have to had one impact. And if you may crash into a next vehicle, you could have said, okay, so the 2 impact from the vehicle brought that force. But I understand that they crashed into a light pole. I understand they crashed into a light pole.
There was another one in Carmelita as well, I'm reading.
Carmelita?
It says there was another death over the weekend on Saturday evening. Rai Pot lost his life in an unfortunate incident. Pot was working at a construction site in Carmelita village in Orange Rock, where he fell into a deep hole. He was standing near the opening when a portion of it caved, causing Pot to plunge inside. He sustained several head and body injuries and was taken to Northern Regional Hospital, where he later succumbed. He actually dropped into a hole.
Oh, Carmelita?
In Carmelita, yes.
Wow.
So that's another one who died. That's not an accident, but that's another man who died.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I have about 8 people who died this weekend.
Man.
About 8.
Yeah. And we're looking at the text here that says they can do that to other people, but they don't do it to their family. They don't have respect to others. I guess this person said maybe if one of their family members are there, they will treat it differently, no? And someone says, sir, where can I buy an antenna here in town? They don't sell it. I need one. I think they are talking about the antennas that they can use to catch Channel 10.
Well, you could always go to, I don't know sell that anymore, Home and Garden maybe, or Maya's Electronics in Belize City.
Yeah.
Or one of those places that sell it. I know my sister used to sell it, but I don't think she sells it anymore. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe Landis too, no?
Maybe Landis, yes.
Yeah, I go check that one in the store. I might probably get one.
Mm-hmm.
Papa, we'll need to take our final break.
Let's take a final break and we'll be right back with you, yes.
On Wednesday, May 8th, Belizeans soundly decided to take the unfounded Guatemalan claim to the International Court of Justice, the ICJ. According to the special agreement, this is what happens next. 1. By June 8, 2019, the government of Belize will submit the 2008 special agreement to the ICJ. Guatemala has already done so since their referendum was held in 2018. This will give the ICJ official authority to hear the dispute and to deliver a final binding result. The ICJ will then prepare a notice of when the trial will commence. 2. Next, Guatemala will have up to 1 year, that's 12 months, to submit their case to the ICJ. 3. Belize will then have up to 1 year, that's 12 months, to respond to Guatemala's submission. 4. From there, Guatemala will be given up to 6 months to reply to our arguments, and 5. Belize will then have up to 6 months thereafter to reply to Guatemala's response. 6. After the period of written arguments ends, the ICJ may allow additional pleadings, including oral arguments, and would set deadlines for those. 7. Once the timeline for arguments has ended, the ICJ will deliberate and make a ruling in accordance with the instructions and authorities granted to them by Belize and Guatemala, as per the 2008 special agreement. 8. After the ICJ's ruling is delivered, Belize and Guatemala will have 3 months to establish a joint commission to physically demarcate the boundaries between the two countries in accordance with the ICJ's ruling. The entire process will take no less than 4 years and can be as many as 6 years. This ICJ process will bring a final end to this long-standing Belize-Guatemala dispute. Belize and Guatemala will be able to put old divisions and antagonisms behind us and ensure that peace, development, and cooperation prevail.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rostrands, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Rostrands.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking, plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Residents of Dangriga now have their very own brand new modernized multi-purpose complex, compliments of the government of Belize. This $3.5 million investment in the cultural capital will host sporting events, cultural events, and shows, and can double as a hurricane shelter. Features include seating for 1,000, a fully FIBA certified wooden court, locker rooms with full bathrooms, a stage and changing rooms backstage, concession stands, office space, and ample parking. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta a este último segmento del Sugar City Morning Show. Jackie, the previous segments, we had the pleasure of having Miss Sandra McKay and Miss Khalifa McKay from Jankono Productions. Jankono Productions. And this is the third time I think they're going to be here in Orange Walk. And it's the first 2 times they were well received here in Orange Walk. People just decided, tell you what, we're gonna support you. We're gonna go because whatever you do needs supporting, and because at the end of the day, I need to laugh. I need to de-stress. I need to go someplace and just and laugh out and rather than keeping all that thing inside of us that is doing us harm. I'm going to invite you for the 10th of August. The prices are $25 for reserved. But you go like $25. Save up for it. It's more than worth it. It is more than worth it. Because you'll have approximately 2 hours of laughter. Save up for it. You know how much time people go that way name, go spend $50, $60 in a concert.
Somebody want to know where will tickets be available here in Orange?
Tickets will be available at Shell One Stop and at Home and Garden.
Okay.
You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna have a blast. Yeah, I can easily picture the night when you go there. Go like, oh my God, I had so much fun. That your friends will be calling you, and you go like, boy, girl, you shall be come because this was a night and a half. Because you're gonna laugh. You had, and all your friends are gonna feel jealous. But invite them to come in from now. All right. $25. Tell them shut up. $25 each.
That's 25 each?
25 each.
How long will the show be?
About 2 hours.
2 hours? So it's what? It's drama? What's the theme of the show?
It's comedy. Frenemy.
Frenemy. So instead of enemy, it's frenemy.
Frenemy.
Okay.
You know that people sit around the table and like talk about you. Well, it's a play. It's a play. All right? And directed by
Oliver Samuels?
Oliver Samuels. What? He wrote it.
Oliver
Yolage?
Oliver Yolage.
That's the one. So, right here in Orange Walk, 10th of August?
Next week, Saturday?
Next week, Saturday. Be there. It only costs $25. All right? and it's a Crystal Palace Auditorium, you will have a blast. You will have a blast.
Somebody wants to know if Mr. Jones will be on the show as well.
No, Mr. Jones will
Mr.
not
Jones,
be on the
Mr. Jones are up on the show. This is a cast that is already
Sandra McKay, and her cast will be there. But then
yeah. Mr. Jones will not be on the show, all right? Yeah. But they've been here in Orange Walk already, you know.
Oh yeah, they've been here in Orange Walk. They've been here in Orange Walk, and every time they come, they make us laugh. They make us enjoy ourselves. So nothing feel better than when you don't laugh out. You feel relaxed. You feel like, oh my God, I needed this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But so they are planning to reach the audience and their entire family, for bring out the entire family and have a great evening of clean fun, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But also take time out. They're not going to Corozal, so people from Corozal will not come on over. Come on down to Crystal Palace Auditorium next week Saturday, and on a concert frenemy, and hey, have a blast. Make it a point. You're Silvera cada dia. Silvera cada dia, because it's something that is good for them and good for us as well.
Yeah, since we are not, as well, Mr. Martinez, the National Song Competition comes to Corozal, which will be next week Saturday as well. But importantly, the National Song Competition online voting began yesterday at 8 p.m.
Oh, you can vote online?
Yeah, you could vote online. You know, the National Song Competition has completed the primary entries. All entries submitted has been reviewed by a panel of judges and semi-finalists.
So what do you need to do if you want to vote?
Okay, this year's competition will feature 5 junior entries, 7 carnival and 7 Belize songs. So look at 19. The finalists are now move on to the second phase. All right, so what you need to do now, just need to go to the website of www.mynationalsongbz website, and the online voting started last night at 8 p.m. and it will be it comes to an end at the day of the competition, which is next week Saturday, the 10th day of August at 6 p.m. So how you can vote for the carnival song? It's mynationalsongbz.com 2019 Carnival. You go there, you listen to the songs, and you vote for somebody. You can vote more than one time from a different computer. And for the Belize song, it's the same thing, My National Song, but you have to say 2019 Belize song. And for the juniors one is the Belize Song Competition 2019 Juniors. The grand prizes are available to contestants, including Belize Song senior category for Carnival and Belize. First place is, what do you think?
$5,000.
Double it.
$10,000.
$10,000 and a trophy.
What?
Yes, 10,000.
Why you not going there?
Boy, I am an adjudicator on that.
Oh, okay.
So I will not be able to participate. You know, inclusive of a video and a trip to a regional competition festival, and second place is 3,000. That's for the carnival. And for the junior song competition, Belize Song junior category is first place, 3,500 and a trophy, inclusive of a video as well, a professional video. And the second prize is $1,000, and the breakout artist is $500. The breakout artist, if you are a new artist just coming out,
just the breakout.
Yeah, and then what happened is, but if you are the breakout artist, let's say they got 5 breakout artists, the judges will have a sheet to score that separately. But if you are a breakout artist, and let's say you get 75 points, and the next one behind you get 50. But if you won the competition, then you will not get the prize for the breakout artist. The one that comes behind you will get that prize.
So,
but it's something good though. When you go on the website and you listen to some of these songs, Emmanuel.
So like a consolation prize for those people who were outstanding during the show.
Right. You know, when you listen to these compositions, it sounds so great, and then you can see how strong and high the Belize talent is. But why it is that until a competition comes out, we wait to produce these music. When we have it in us, we need push, we need perseverance, we need perseverance. Say, okay, we have this, so make one song you could win 10,000. We have to wait on that to bring out our talent. Because Emmanuel, I listened to the songs because we had a selection of the songs last week when I went to Belize City for a meeting with the different judges, and then there was some real nice composition.
Really?
Very, very good put together, man. Even some of the recordings, they sound so professional. We cannot put the recordings when it comes to writing a song and putting it together in the form of music because, a song is like a poem or a story, Because sometimes a story or a poem, poems and story music is more popular than that for some people. But a poem or a story, you put it in the form of a song, that's where it gets big.
That's exactly where it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah. So I want to encourage everyone and good luck to all the participants,
That's right. Good luck to all the participants and finally to all those people who constantly saying, no tengo no sé dónde ir a relajarme un rato. Pues tell you what, Crystal Palace Auditorium is the place to go August 10th for an evening of fun. You will laugh till you piss yourself.
Yeah. Well, Emmanuel, it's time for us to close, but we want to inform our audience that we were trying to get the persons from the fire department to come in and talk about the drought and bushfires and so, but we need to make that arrangement nationally, and we are in contact with Customs Department to see if we can have them on the show, so we'll just keep on working.
On Thursday, we're going to have people from the ministry talking about the climate control issue. The climate change issue, todos los cambios que están sucediendo recientemente. Estamos ya en casi agosto y no ha llovido mucho. Okay. Los pozos están secos. ¿Cómo vamos a poder tratar esto? Un show bastante interesante para el jueves. Y el viernes vamos a traer de vuelta a Social Security porque hay mucha gente diciendo que Social Security les está quitando su salario, que hay fuertes cantidades de dinero que le están...
Mi pago bajó mucho.
Mi pago bajó mucho y tal. Así que los hemos llamado a decir, bueno, ¿y qué onda? ¿Qué está sucediendo? ¿Ustedes nos mintieron o qué onda? Así que vamos a tener esto en claro para el viernes. Pero este show repite a las 9 hoy por la noche. Primero Dios, estaremos de vuelta con ustedes mañana, así que muchas gracias a la audiencia, muchas gracias al equipo de producción, muchas gracias a los invitados hoy, muchas gracias a la audiencia en particular. Mi nombre es Emmanuel.
And I'm Robert Checker Usher. I would like to thank you all for tuning in. Remember, the wake for Mr. Sutherland will be held tonight at the Sutherland's residence on Liberty Avenue, right here in Orange Walk Town. Liberty Avenue is the area where Honorable Aragon office is in that area there.
And Mr. Fathers?
Well, that is not set yet. Today, they will have a meeting and a gathering with the family and decide when that's going to happen, no? Because like I was telling you, I have a little brother in the U.S. and we're not sure if he'll be able to make it. So we're working on that right now. But we'll see how that goes. But once again, thanks for tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful day. Raheem, thanks again for, and everybody who watched the show, the people who text and send me those messages of, happiness and condolences. Thank you all so much. Have yourself a wonderful day.
Nos vemos, hasta luego.
Sugar City Morning Show.